What is going on in Kansas City? Missouri, by the way. It's not Kansas. I learned that the hard way. Really thought that shit was in Kansas. Not that it fucking matters anymore because they're actually dog water. They are a bottom 10 team. They are playing like a bottom 10 team in the NFL. Talent-wise, they are clearly still a top 10 team because it's the same damn team that's been going to the Super Bowl, but they are a bottom 10 team in the NFL right now. Genuine question, chat. For anyone who is either an NFL wizard or just a gigantic Chiefs fan, what the fuck is going on?
Seriously.
I have no idea. I do not know how to explain it. Obviously, I'm not like an NFL wizard. You guys know that. But when I look at the Detroit Lions, it's glaringly obvious to me why we are 0-7. We have no talent. We have a brand new coaching staff. We have Jared Goff at the helm. We are the least talented roster in the entire NFL, and there's no question. So what the hell is going on with the Kansas City Chiefs? But it's the same team. This is the problem. I am seeing a lot of stuff. People are saying defense sucks, defense sucks. Isn't this the same defense they've had? Who am I missing, Chad? Who are the Chiefs missing on defense from, let's say, last season? I know they've never been like this incredible defensive team, but their offense has always made up for it. And also, they've never been this bad. I'm seeing a lot of Madden curse. I don't know. Mahomes has been on the cover of Madden. Mahomes was on the cover of Madden in Madden 20, right? They were amazing that year. Crappy O-line.
That's Jackson for sure.
I don't know about that, bro. Did you say? I was thinking Lamar Jackson for a second. It might be the Jackson Mahomes curse. That seems like the only logical explanation.
Jackson Mahomes pack, baby.
All right, we should do a thought experiment. Jackson Mahomes, I will offer you 10 clout tokens, 2 million views on TikTok, and $10,000 if for one whole week you do not post on social media. If you do that, I want to see how well the Kansas City Chiefs perform. You might be onto something. Yeah. You guys are saying chemistry isn't there. That's not a very good explanation either, though. It's the same fucking team. The chemistry should only be better. I mean, I think part of it is like they might be spiraling a little bit because this team doesn't really... I could understand how this team doesn't know what it feels like to lose this much.
To panic a little bit.
So now they're panicking.
Yeah.
And this looks like a panic game. If you can only get a field goal as the Kansas City Chiefs...
Yeah, that is tough.
And you can't blame weather this time. I could blame weather in the Bills game. You can't blame weather here. Not to mention, if we look at these stats here, Chase, if you want to click on the Titans, it's one thing if you want to sit there and go, oh, Derrick Henry's a god. He ran all over him. Derrick Henry averaged 3 yards per carry. He had 29 attempts. Tannehill threw an excellent game. Derrick Henry threw a passing touchdown. They were fucking with you. This is the same Tennessee Titans who lost to the Jets. And I'm not discrediting the Titans either, okay? The Titans beat the Bills. They are establishing themselves as one of the best teams in the league. I'm just saying they're wishy-washy. They had the ability to lose to the Jets, and you are the Kansas City Chiefs, and it was 27-3.
Derrick Henry threw a fucking touchdown. I did not see that.
Yeah, he
was it like a little...
It was a handoff to Henry, so they all thought he was going to fucking run it in.
Right, because who the hell would think he would pass that shit? That's hilarious.
And you got to commit every linebacker in the galaxy to try and stop Derrick Henry. A.J. Brown had a monster game, 8 for 133. One thing I will note is just Julio Jones just been quiet, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just have only been talking about Julio Jones for the past 10 years. As just one of the best wide receivers in football, probably the best wide receiver in football. And he's been so quiet. I mean, I don't know. This offense isn't geared for him. Falcons offense was geared for him. I don't think the Titans offense is very much geared for him. But either way, Kansas City. Let's get out our phones. You might need to give a call to Urban Meyer and say, Urban, how the fuck do I dial in? Because we are not dialed in.
Nah, they are not dialed in over there in Kansas City.
So I don't really know how hiring coaches works in the NFL. Is it possible the Kansas City Chiefs to just straight up fire their defensive coordinator and hire a new one? Or do you think it requires all the offseason practice for your defense with your defensive coordinator? Like, do you think it's that easy to sub in a new defensive coordinator? Or do they need a lot of time?
Well, I mean, they just sauced out Gruden, and he's the fucking... he's the HC.
Maybe the Kansas City Chiefs just got to ask their defensive coordinator, like, yo, can you, like, say some really racist shit in a few emails so that we have good reason to fire you?
Just get you
so
the
that
fuck
we
out
can
of
clean
here.
house?
It's the same. It's just like you were saying. It's the same decor. Like, like there's nothing much has changed.
Yeah.
So it's
I really don't
really crazy
understand.
to me how they're just falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, obviously they do need time, but here's the better question as we wrap this up. I mean, we could sit here and fucking shit on the Chiefs all we want. I really like the Chiefs. So this isn't like a Chiefs like hate circle jerk, okay? I've always loved the Chiefs. I've been a big bandwagon ever since
Their offense
Tyreek
is like one of the
and-
most exciting to
Yeah,
watch.
so they're so much fun to watch. Like a good reason to hate on the Chiefs is ESPN and SportsCenter sucking Mahomes' cock. Like that shit gets annoying. I get it. Other than that, awesome team. Travis Kelce's really likable. Tyreek Hill's really likable. Patrick Mahomes is really likable. Maybe his family isn't, but whatever. So that's not what it is. I guess the question is, who do you point the finger at? Who deserves the blame for the Kansas City Chiefs being 3-4, the worst team in their division, and getting absolutely clapped by the Tennessee Titans? On top of that, funny stat from today's game, which was, this is the largest deficit Patrick Mahomes has ever been in this game.
Wow.
When it was 27-0, that was the most points he had ever been losing by. And the Titans did not score a goddamn point in the second half.
Well, what's nuts too is we always are shitting on the defense, but honestly, in this scenario, it looks like their offense was getting shit.
They didn't do
'Cause
anything.
A field goal out of the Chiefs, just a field goal, is absolutely insane.
I agree.
If we're talking about the Lions, fuck them.
Yeah.
That shit's normal. But for the Chiefs, just a field goal, man, that is not right. And we're shitting on their defense all the time. And I mean, honestly, their defense didn't do too shabby in this game, holding up Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm looking through these comments here, a lot of people are saying point the finger at the defense, point the finger at the defense. And yeah, I mean, teams can have off games, but what do you say here? Titans do have a good defense. They do not have a spectacular defense. So you can't, I mean, it's not like you're playing prime Buccaneers defense and you're just saying, they had us in a box. You guys just played like shit. I mean, they were pulling out hook and ladder plays. That's how desperate they got. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Threw like a 5-yard drag to Travis Kelce and he fucking hook and laddered it to Jerick McKinnon.
Really?
Like a sketchy play call. And it was basically just like
Was this when they were down?
Yeah, this is when. Oh yeah, they
Well,
were.
I guess
down
they
at
were
least-
down the whole
They were down
game,
the whole damn game, but I think they were down by 21 when they did that. Something like that. But yeah, it was interesting. Carr better than Mahomes right now. See, this is what's so funny about the NFL is, and honestly, this will get into another segment that we're about to talk about. So before I go on to that point, I'll wrap this up. Kansas City Chiefs. I would be so ecstatic if you guys turned it around. But if this marks the downfall of the Chiefs and we don't hear about the Chiefs for the next few years because they just can't get this shit together, it will be the biggest mystery in sports. They lost their magic.
Yeah.
It's like Austin Powers. He lost his mojo, bro. Like, what is going on here? It completely befuddles me, dude. Yeah, it's got to be Jackson Mahomes. Jackson Mahomes is the outlier here.
I'm thinking
Jackson
so.
Mahomes is on his shit. Mercury is not in retrograde. Jackson Mahomes is on demon timing. Darst said, sent in a super chat, so we appreciate you, bro. He said, I feel the Chiefs' game plan has been the same for the past few years, and teams are starting to figure it out. Screen pass, Tyreek down there somewhere. That's a pretty good point, and a lot of scrambling quarterbacks have seen this exact same effect happen to them. I'm not saying the whole Chiefs offense is like scrambling quarterbacks, but like Michael Vick used to see a lot more success before teams started keying on him. And the reason Lamar Jackson had an MVP season was because teams weren't ready to key on him. And Lamar Jackson has been incredible this year. He's developed in the passing game, but it is not nearly as easy as it used to be for Lamar Jackson to get out there and just fucking take off. Same thing happened to Kaepernick. So now, I don't know if you can really say teams can game plan for the whole Chiefs offense, though. Did it really take them 2-3 years to figure it out? That's a long ass time if that's how long it takes to figure it out. I think the Chiefs are just in a dry spell. They're going to the bar, they're talking to a bunch of girls, but they just can't close. And it's been a long time, and now they're starting to panic.
Yeah, and Patty's got a kid now too, so that might be throwing him a
does he have
loop
a
too.
kid?
Yeah, his girl, he got engaged and she's pregnant.
Really?
Or no, actually, they had the kid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know any of this.
So maybe that's what's saucing them.
Damn. All right.
They had the kid, right, chat? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta start making shit up at this point. We just gotta start pulling ideas out of thin fucking air for the Chiefs. Crazy
curse.
shit. And especially with this week, what here would be, I guess my final note on this would be, I think the Chiefs have about 2 games left before it's in full panic mode. It is in full panic mode, but you can turn it around. Especially we're only 7 games in. That is a lot of games, but you definitely still have the playoffs in the picture. It's very much possible, especially if you play Chiefs football. But if you play 2 more games like this, holy shit, it is spiral mode. You're losing team morale, and you're losing it fast. Let's get it together, people. I mean, Byron Pringle is your leading receiver. Byron Pringle, bro. He literally invented fucking potato chips. Travis Kelce, Tyreek, ugh. All right, let's move on.